Hello there. We're back again for the 8th in our series of 8 beginners classes or lessons videos. This is the last in this series, but I'm going to do another video in which I just play through the 3 songs we're learning in this series. So Saw Her Standing There and Teach Your Children, and the song we're going to work on today, Bad Moon Rising. So we left off in the last video working on that new strum pattern, which looks like this. There it is, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and to start off with, we're going to do that strum pattern a few times just to get used to it, get used to the feel of it. So find your D chord right here, and I'll count us in and we'll play it together. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1. Do a couple more. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's the strum pattern in this particular song. If you sort of remember the song, that actually is the intro. There are a couple of different things about this song. First of all, it has an intro, as we just played. So you'll see that at the top. That's just a bunch of chords before we start singing the song. The other thing you'll notice in that intro is that there are 2 chords in one measure. In other words, we have to find a way of playing those 2 chords all within 4 beats. So instead of trying to split apart the strum pattern and trying to find out a place to do it in here, we're actually just going to break it down into 4, I should say, 4 down strums. So 2 down strums for each chord. You'll see there we've got 2 down strums for A and 2 for G. So we're going to work towards doing that. We'll start with A, but instead of 2 down strums, we're going to do 4 down strums for each chord. So we'll do 4 down strums for A and then 4 down strums for G. So in a way, it feels like we're doing 2 different strum patterns in this song, which can be a little bit confusing at first. But at least these are just down strums, so fairly simple. So let's start off with A. So get your A ready, and here we go. 4 of each. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then G. 1, 2, 3. Let's try that again. Back to A. 2, 3, and then to G. Okay, one more time around. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what we have to do is we have to narrow that down to 2 down strums for each. So let's go back to the A. We're going to go even a little slower. We'll just do it once through, though. We won't do it in a loop yet. Okay, so 2 down strums for A, 2 for G. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, G. Like that. So let's do that again. Let's go back to A. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, G. So when we put that together with the first D, the first measure of D, that means we do that first strum pattern, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then we go to A, and then to G, and then back to D again. What we're going to do is just the first 2 measures. So we'll do the full strum pattern of D, the 2 A's, and the 2 G's. Let's work on that little bit. Okay, let's go back to D. Okay, here we go. 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, then A, and G. Like that. Now, if you didn't get it that time, it's okay. We're going to do it again. So let's go back to D. 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and A, and then G. Okay, maybe you got a little better that time. We'll see. Let's go back to D and we'll try it one last time just like that. 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and A, and G. Okay, if you need to, again, just stop the video here and go back and do that a few more times. But this time we're going to continue on and we're going to add those 2 measures of D at the end. So now essentially we're doing the whole intro. Okay? So we start with D, and we do the A and the G, and then 2 full strum patterns of D. Here we go. 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then to A, and then to G, and then we're back to D again. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4. And okay. Now that's the intro, but it's also in the verses. So we do that whole progression 4 times in the verses. But let's do it through again one more time, and then we'll move ahead. So back to D, 2, 3, and 4, and D, 2, 3, and 4, then A, then G, and then back to D, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. All right, now we do that, as I said, 4 times in the verses as well, but let's see if we can do it just 2 times through. So that same progression we just did, and then repeat it. The thing that people struggle with a little bit or get confused by is, this is going to be like the first half of the first verse, is that we play D, then the A, G, then we do D 2 times, but then we do D again on the second line. So in fact, you're doing D 3 times in a row. So sometimes it's a little hard to get your head around where the whole thing starts and where it ends. But I will tell you as best as I can where everything is. So if you'll get back to D, then we're going to do that progression 2 times through this time. Okay? 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and then to A, and then G, back to D, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3. Now we're doing D again, so D, 2, just like the first line, then A, and G, back to D. 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so that was 2 times through. Now we're going to try to do it 4 times through, which basically is a full verse. So let's go back to D again. I'll keep track of it for you. Here we go. 2, 3, and 4, and D, 2, 3, and then A, and G, back to D, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and we do it again. D, 2, 3, and 4, and A, and G, back to D. So that was 2 lines, and 4, and 1, 2, 3. This is the 3rd line, D, 2, 3, and 4, and A, and G, back to D, 2, 3, Okay, so that was essentially a verse. What we're going to work on now is the chorus. And if you look at the chorus, we go start with G this time. There's no measures that share anything, so it's all full measures. G, another G, and then D, another D. In the third line, we have an A, and then a G, and then 2 Ds. So let's do that next. So we're starting with the G, and we're just doing that strum pattern, 3 and 4. And so let's do that. Here we go. 2, 3, and 4, and G. Another G. And then we're back to D. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 1 A, 2, 3, G, 1, 2, and then we're back to D. 2 of them. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, if you need to go over that, just stop the video and do it by yourself or play along with it. Then we do another verse and we repeat the chorus. So now we sort of have to look up and down again on the page. After the second time we do the chorus, we go back up here. Then you'll notice this line of chords right here. And that's another feature here. It's an instrumental or a solo where there's just chords, and sometimes there's some other instrument playing something in the song. But the other feature of it is that there is this little thing here, these little dots and lines. Those are repeats. So what that means is anything in between those double lines and double dots, we do again. We do it once, we do it twice, and then we continue on. So I just want to write it out here for you so you see what a repeat is, a little larger than on that sheet of paper. So a repeat looks something like this. Okay, there's your repeat. So anything between those lines and dots, we do again. So let's take a look at that little section. And we're going to play through the whole thing. So we're going to start with the D. Okay. And we'll see how well we do. 2, 3, and 4, and D, 2, 3. Then we do the A, and the G, and back to 2 Ds. Then we repeat it. 1, 2, 3, and A, and G, and back to D. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Now we just keep going. Go to the G. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And then we're back to D. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Then to A. 2, 3, and G. 3, 4, and 2 Ds. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the little instrumental part of the song. You'll notice at the very end, the last chorus here, we also have the repeat signs. But down here it looks a little different. So what we do is we go through it once, all the way through, and then we do what you see here is the first ending. That's what the 1 up there means. So that's a D. Then we see the repeat sign, so we go back up to the first one and through it again. And this time we miss that D and we go straight to the last D, which is just 1 strum. Okay, that'll make sense when we're playing it. One thing you might still be having some issues with is keeping your eyes on the page and away from your hands on the guitar. And it becomes a little bit more critical when you get to a song like this where there's lots of stuff going on. So keep working on trying not to watch your hands. You know, do those chord changes and then check and see how well you did. Instead of being so reliant on having to watch your fingers make those changes. In a song like this, that helps a lot to not have to look at your hands. What we're going to do is go back to the beginning of the song and we're going to play through it. So do your best. If it falls apart, stop the video and start again. We'll just see how it goes. So here we are in the intro, starting with D, and I'll sing it. 2, 3, and 4, and here's the intro. 2, 3, 4, and A. And A, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. I see the bad moon rising. 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2. Now we're on the second line, another D. I So what we're going to do is, like I said, we're going to do one more video with those 3 songs at a little faster tempo, so that you can get a better sense of it going at a reasonable speed. It still won't be as fast as the original songs, but that's okay. We're getting there. So you've now officially completed your first series of beginner guitar lessons, and congratulations. Give yourself a star. You can now play guitar. Maybe not as well as you'd like to yet, but you sort of understand the concept, and you're getting there. So we will see you next time.